Alright, you guys can come along while I anodize this here. Check it out. Come on, focus. Do it. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Hit it with the ultrafine. Well, I actually hand sanded it for about half an hour, which sucks. I need to get set up with a real power sander setup. So I went 320, 400, 600 grit, and then I did an ultrafine. Come on, an ultrafine Scotch-Brite. So yeah, it looks sweet. So let's get it anodized and see how she looks. Hopefully you can see the setup there. Let me scoot back just a hair. Bam. Okay. So everything should be Windexed pretty well. Get it degreased down inside. Now, I'm definitely no anodizing expert, but what I'm finding and what I've read, of course, is clean is everything. Zero grease if possible. And the real magic so far I'm finding is this titanium etch solution that I got. So multi-etch is a pain in the butt to get to Alaska. I pretty much gave up. I tried a bunch of different places, thought I was going to be able to get some coming, and is that thing focusing like crazy? Alright. Pile. Okay. May have to go manual focus. That thing is driving me crazy. Let's try that real quick. Going manual. Is that in focus? I got this camera because I thought it would be a cool combo of a DSLR and taking video, but so far I'm not real impressed with video focusing. Okay, we'll see. That should stay focused, hopefully. So, titanium etch. Got from a guy, anodizingworld.com, I think is the name of his website. He's up in, I think, Toronto, Canada. He does a lot of motorcycle parts. Super, super cool guy. Excellent price. No problem with shipping. Anybody that's using multi-etch or can't get multi-etch and wants to try a cheaper option that I'm guessing does just as well. Of course, I haven't used multi-etch and doesn't need heated. This doesn't. I'm just using it at whatever it is in here, 50-some degrees, and it works great. So I think that's really making a big difference. And I've tried it without it, and there's no comparison how much more brilliant the colors are. And it's really hard to get colors above like 50 volts that are how you want without the etch. So check out that guy. I think his name is Tim. Super cool. That's the place to get a good price for a titanium etch. So let's get her. Let me put my stupid gloves on. And in a perfect world, I would have like a range hood, some kind of a vent system to go outside and all that, but I don't. So crack the door open, try to wave off any fumes. So here's the etch. Hopefully that's going to be in focus. Should. And usually this gets etched pretty well within about 30 seconds to a minute. It takes a little longer if you've got it anodized and you're trying to strip it off of there. A little bit longer, but it's pretty quick stuff. And no odor. I haven't really got it on my fingers, so I don't know how crazy it is, but yeah, it should take under a minute. And it will take a mirror polish down to a pretty dull gray within a couple minutes. But I've tried anodizing both ways. I polished one of these super on my buffing wheel, probably up to 1,000 or higher grit. I don't know what the buffing wheel does, but I could see my reflection in it. And then anodized, and it was cool. It was a totally different look than etching it in this solution till it was a fairly matte sheen. Both cool. Overall, I think this is, going down to a matte is better. I think it'll probably resist scratching a lot better, and my guess is it will take color better that way too. But I've only done one high polish like that, and so we getting some bubbles going. Pardon my fat head. Oh, I'm gonna pause this. Getting a phone call. BRB. Okay, we're back. Had a phone call. So we got her etched. We got it sitting in distilled water. And let's get my tanks going here. So I got a stainless steel cathode and titanium expanded metal anode. Learned that from Brad at Tactical Keychains. Very handy guy to watch. Very knowledgeable. Appreciate his channel. So let's do the inside of this engraving like dark bronze, something real dark, and then we'll polish the top and see if we get a cool two-tone that way. So according to my little book here, I found a good dark bronze would be like maybe let's do 17 volts or 20. Let's do 20. No, see, I found 17 and a half was like a really dark burgundy. So let's do 16 volts. And see if we get a true bronze. So I'm going to adjust my power supply down to 16 volts. And hook it up. And there may be better ways to do this. I'm no expert, but this is working for what I've been doing here. So take it out. I try to leave it, once I etch it, I try to always leave it inside the distilled water so it doesn't oxidize in the air at all. And here we are. And it was started pulling about half an amp, and now it's slowly dropping. And I have been taking a toothbrush, and brushing the inside of this text just to get any bubbles, because it seems like bubbles get stuck in little tiny crevices in the engraving and they turn out different colors. So this seems to knock the bubbles off and doesn't seem to hurt anything, so that's what I've been doing. So now, and then yeah, sometimes I'll let it go down to like a little under 2 amps, and then I'll ramp it up the voltage about half a volt. I've heard that can build the layer a little bit thicker, but this is a pretty good color. I'm just going to do that at 16 volts and see how she looks. That doesn't look like it's taken much more. So we'll kill the power supply and rinse her off in the distill. And that's a cool looking color. Like I say, the difference between this titanium etching and not is very vivid when I've done it both ways. Can you guys see? Hopefully you saw all that. Now I'll have to manual focus. Hang on. Wicked color. That's a true bronze, I'm pretty sure. Let me blow this off, be right back. It's amazing how different this looks when it's wet versus dry. That is sweet looking. Got just the very beginnings of a blue tone of some sort down in that middle section, but not enough to have to redo. I'm stoked. That is an awesome color. I'm going to write down 16 volts as being probably my favorite bronze color so far. So what I could do is color the inset of that engraving black and see how it looks like that. I bet it would look awesome. But what I'm going to do first is now polish this top layer down with the fine Scotch-Brite again, and we'll leave just the bronze down inside the engraving. Let's see how that looks, okay? We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now, I just touched the surface with ultrafine Scotch-Brite, leaving it two-tone. I didn't even hit the edges. I think it looks really cool with the edges bronze fading slowly to almost a distressed look. I didn't spend a whole lot of time polishing the top. I didn't want it super clean. Just a hint of bronze is left after hitting it with that Scotch-Brite, and I think it's almost a distressed look, and it looks, in my opinion, killer. Can you guys see the Freedom engraving? Let me focus. Come on. Where you at? Right there. I think that looks killer myself. Still bronze on the back. Oh yeah, I'm really happy. So let me know what you guys think. Post a comment. And if you guys want to subscribe, do it. Hopefully I'll keep making videos like this. I'm having a blast with this Tormach doing titanium. And hopefully there's a good response on these titanium handles for the ZTs. If so, I want to make a whole bunch of more things like this. So I've got a lot of other ideas in my head, and so far I'm really happy with the way that looks. So yeah, we'll keep you updated as I go. Maybe I'll roll in some more stills again like the last video and put the knife together, show you what it looks like when it's all put together. So thanks for watching. Alright, let's watch this turn, I think, dark blue. Hopefully you can see. So I got my power supply set at 28 volts. I masked off the bronze color you saw earlier with some nail polish and cleaned all the top off. I left that very edges that kind of a bronze fade. So let's see if we can add dark blue on top of this, and then we'll acetone the fingernail polish off and see if we have a two-tone dark blue top with the bronze inset. Here we go. There's 28 volts, still pulling 7 amps. Brush the inside of this text here, or this image. I can see, actually I guess I don't need to because that's all masked off. What am I thinking? So that's a pretty cool looking blue. It's a very cool blue. So you can see the power supply still pulling a little bit of amperage there. I don't know the technical best way to do this as far as cutting the power. Probably doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but thinking if it's still pulling some amperage, maybe it's still depositing some oxide layer on there. So I usually just wait till it gets down to like 0.2 and tapering off quite a bit, and then I kill the power. Any extra thickness may help durability, I don't know. May also change the color, but it's looking about the same. So let's kill the power supply there. It's probably good enough, and we'll check it out. Hang on one sec. Let's do this. You can see that viewfinder. A little more difficult than I thought it would be. Right, so let's zoom back. That's a neat color of blue. Sure looks a lot different when it's wet. Let me blow this off and get right back. 1 second. Yeah, 28 volts may be my new favorite blue. Go manual focus here. Just awesome. So let's scrub out the nail polish and see what it looks like with the bronze inside there. Bear with me. Camera skills are lacking. Let's just do this. Oh yeah, that's looking sweet. Blow this off. Do one more round. That looks killer. Killer two-tone. Hopefully that's still in focus. Okay, so let me clean it off. Windex, get any residual crap off, and we'll get a close-up on it. That is very cool, in my humble opinion. That's 33 thousandths depth. So it gives quite a bit of traction to an otherwise not a whole lot of traction handle. Having that engraving in there makes a big difference. So anyway, I'll roll in some stills. You guys can see what this bronze and blue two-tone's looking like, but so far I'm loving it. So we'll check in again. Thanks. Alright guys, well, I guess I'll show one more color scheme here. So what I just did is took the tie etch and etched the handle clear back down to raw titanium, and it is pretty matte, pretty dark gray color. So then I went and colored in just these stripes and stars with nail polish, and now I'm going to do like a dark bronze, and then we'll take off the nail polish and see if it leaves it nice gray titanium color inside. So set at 15 volts. Here we go. See the power supply. Still pulling 7 amps. Looking pretty cool. Pretty nice dark bronze color. The last thing I did at 16 volts, just a little tinge of blue began happening here and there, so I decided to try 15. I think that'll make it just about right. So that's probably all it's going to take. It looks like the amperage is drawn down quite a ways, so let's take off the nail polish and check it out. Sweet. That's a cool color. Blow it off. Hope you can see that. If this is going to focus, you try pushing the button, and this thing's a pain in the butt. Cool, huh? So let's take off the nail polish. Pesky wife. I'll call her back. Got important stuff going on in the lab. Oh, sick. Okay, so let me blow this off real quick like. Whoa! Don't dent it yet. Pretty sweet. Alright. I'd say that's a pretty cool color scheme. Let's bring you over into the light a little more. text is still showing up pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty gnarly. So we'll get it put on the knife and take some other still shots. Tell me what you guys think of the different color schemes. Alright, catch you later.